really happened inside Devil's Hollow. Found footage uncovered terrifying secrets no one expected. Strange sounds, a mysterious shadow, and a desperate escape attempt captured on camera reveal a nightmare trapped in the dark woods. Watch closely. This footage could change everything you thought you knew. Don't miss this chilling story that will haunt you long after the screen goes dark. Entry. The story begins when a group of friends decided to explore Devil's Hollow. They had heard many scary stories about this place, but they wanted to find out the truth. With their cameras ready, they entered the dark forest early in the morning. The air was cold and heavy, and a strange silence surrounded them. As they walked deeper, the trees grew taller and blocked the sunlight. The path became narrow and full of rocks. The friends felt a mix of excitement and fear. They kept filming everything, hoping to capture something unusual. Suddenly, one of them noticed strange marks on the trees. These marks looked like scratches, but no animal was nearby. The friends paused and looked around carefully. It was the first sign that something strange was inside Devil's Hollow. Despite the warning signs, they decided to move forward, unaware of the terrifying events waiting for them ahead. Their cameras recorded every step, capturing the true beginning of their nightmare inside Devil's Hollow. Strange sounds. As the group ventured deeper into Devil's Hollow, an eerie silence was suddenly broken by strange sounds. At first, they heard faint whispers carried by the wind, almost like voices speaking in an unknown language. The friends stopped and listened carefully, but no one was around. Then, the sound of footsteps echoed behind them, but whenever they turned around, there was nothing but empty darkness. Their hearts began to race as the noises grew louder, scratching, rustling leaves, and distant howls that sent chills down their spines. One friend tried to record the sounds, hoping to prove what they were hearing wasn't just in their heads. Suddenly, a loud crash came from the bushes to their right, making everyone jump in fear. The group quickly huddled together, realizing that whatever was in the hollow was watching them closely. The found footage captured their growing fear perfectly, showing the moment when the friends realized they were not alone. These strange sounds marked the start of a terrifying experience that would soon turn their exploration into a fight for survival. The shadow as darkness deepened in Devil's Hollow, the group's unease grew stronger. Suddenly, the camera caught something chilling, a dark shadow moving swiftly between the trees. At first, it was just a blurry shape, but soon it became clear that this was no ordinary animal. The shadow seemed to watch them from a distance, disappearing whenever anyone tried to get closer. The friends whispered nervously, debating whether to follow it or run away. But curiosity won over fear, and they decided to track the shadow deeper into the forest. The shadow moved with unnatural speed and silence, slipping through the dense trees like a ghost. The footage showed how the friends' faces changed from excitement to terror as the shadow grew closer. One of them felt cold air brush past, and the camera shook wildly. Suddenly, the shadow vanished near an old abandoned cabin, leaving behind an eerie silence. The friends gathered at the cabin's entrance, unsure what to do next. This shadow marked a turning point in their journey, revealing that something sinister truly haunted Devil's Hollow. Lost signal. As the group stayed near the abandoned cabin, their nerves were already frayed. Suddenly, their phones and walkie-talkies started losing signal one by one. First, it was just weak reception, but soon, all devices showed no signal. Panic set in as they realized they were completely cut off from the outside world. The found footage captured their desperate attempts to call for help, but every call dropped or failed to connect. Without communication, the friends felt isolated and trapped. The camera recorded the growing fear in their voices as they debated whether to stay put or try to find their way out on foot. Dark clouds began to gather overhead, and the forest grew colder. Strange noises returned, louder than before, surrounding them from all sides. The lost signal seemed to be more than just bad reception. It felt like something was deliberately blocking them, trapping them inside Devil's Hollow. With no way to contact anyone, the group had to rely on each other to survive what was coming next. The footage revealed their growing desperation and helplessness as the true horror began to close in. Scary discovery. While trying to find a way out of Devil's Hollow, the group stumbled upon a hidden underground cave. The entrance was partly covered by thick roots and fallen leaves, making it almost invisible. With shaky hands, they shone their flashlights inside and saw strange symbols carved into the cave walls. The friends exchanged worried glances but decided to explore further, hoping to find clues about the mysterious happenings in the hollow. Deeper inside, the cave grew colder and darker. Suddenly, one of them spotted something terrifying, a pile of old, decayed bones scattered across the ground. The footage captured their shocked and frightened reactions as they realized these were human remains. Nearby, they found torn pieces of cloth and broken items, suggesting previous visitors had met a horrible fate here. The group's fear turned to panic, but it was too late to turn back easily. The scary discovery revealed the deadly secret of Devil's Hollow and the real danger lurking beneath the surface. The footage showed their growing dread as they understood they were not just exploring an empty forest, but a place with a dark and deadly history. Escape attempt, realizing the danger closing in on them, the group decided to leave Devil's Hollow immediately. The footage shows their frantic rush through the dense forest, branches scraping their faces and thick underbrush slowing their steps. Panic made them trip and fall several times, but they pushed forward, desperate to escape the terrifying place. Their flashlights flickered, making the shadows around them seem even more menacing. The strange sounds, whispers, footsteps, and rustling chased them from every direction. At one point, one friend got separated from the group, shouting for help in panic. The others stopped, torn between searching and running. The camera caught their fear and confusion perfectly. As they neared what they hoped was the forest's edge, the shadow from earlier appeared again, blocking their path silently. The friends froze, unsure whether to confront it or find another way. The footage became chaotic, with shaky angles and hurried breaths as they scrambled to avoid the shadow. This escape attempt was their desperate fight for survival, but Devil's Hollow was not willing to let them go easily. The final moments of this footage reveal just how close they came to losing everything in the darkness. Final footage. The last part of the found footage is the most chilling. After the failed escape attempt, the group regroups near a fallen tree, their faces pale and filled with fear. The camera captures heavy breathing and whispered conversations about what to do next. Suddenly, the shadow reappears, closer than ever before. The friends panic, dropping their gear as they try to run, but the forest seems to close in around them. The footage becomes shaky and distorted as the camera falls to the ground during the chaos. Through the blurred lens, shadowy figures move rapidly, and strange, unexplainable noises fill the audio, low growls, whispers, and sudden screams. The video cuts in and out, showing flashes of terrified faces and dark shapes closing in, then silence. The final clip is a brief, flickering glimpse of a hand reaching out toward the camera before the feed abruptly ends. The found footage ends here, leaving viewers with more questions than answers. What exactly happened inside Devil's Hollow? Who survived? This terrifying final footage reveals the true horror that no one expected, a mystery that remains unsolved to this day. Thanks for watching! If you want more chilling stories like this, hit that subscribe button now. What do you think truly haunts Devil's Hollow? Could you survive a night in that forest? Share your thoughts below. Don't miss our next video. His journal ended mid-sentence. Deep in the Arctic. Coming soon.